Good morning to you, precious viewer. Ampa Onyankopon Eye Kron Kron, a beautiful rendition of the Apostolic Tree Hymn 50. As Onyankopon Eye Kron Kron, Ampa, our God is indeed holy. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning, the 16th of June 2026, and we come to you live from our studios here in Adentan Frafra. This is the Morning Express, where we promise to give you an edifying experience. This morning promises to be great. It promises to be educative and exciting as always. We have wisdom nugget coming up. We have apostolic insight. Yes, sound so ewo agudie ni nkomode bebre e na no pay. Ye be san kokoro ankrate mu so ne ahwe ne ayekoso ewo oh my Ghana mu ene empo amano na ye gidi se dwumedie e be ye enhira ama bebre. Nyame enhira. So do video no ato TAC Television. We also live on Facebook and YouTube at TAC TV. Bomodia, leave your comments there and like and share our content as well. Na afofro so omo hu dwumedi ayedi e wo TAC Television. So meeting Eddie Henry Agbozo. Na enano pay me name sister Fefe Jasmine. Ayo, good morning to you, Jasmine.
Good morning. So how are you doing?
I'm fine. By God's grace, it's a great morning.
Right, it is.
How was your night?
Morning. My night was okay. I don't know if it rained or not because we happen to be in the rainy season.
Absolutely.
Which is which.
Yeah.
Outside that, it has been good. Thank God for it.
I mean, it makes the weather a bit cool into to meet them and hot or come. All right, what should we expect this morning?
Right, for this morning, for the wisdom nuggets, we are taking it from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 7. I'll say, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. This morning we are talking about love.
Papa.
And 2x4, some of us have been showing, yes.
Yeah.
And it tells us the characteristics of love.
Absolutely.
Ayana Akwesa say preachy, but we can't help it. God is love.
Of course.
And this is a perfect characteristic of God. And you know, you don't call it love if you're envying your brother or your sister.
Absolutely.
You don't call it love if person will be kosro. Now all people are down because you are stuck down. If you don't go, it is not love.
Yeah.
It goes on and on and on. Let's just say, let me leave some to you. What do you think of this as well?
I just want to pick it from the very last statement in verse 7. It'll say, love never fails.
Right.
Love never fails. But other scripture is telling us love is a virtue that will never fail.
Right.
In Juma so ene anope so pe bibia ebetimi ekura wo bibia ebetimi amoafa abrabo mu bibia emfeli ana enihwamoda eno ne se obetena se ewo odo kroji mu odomu. As you rightly said, God is love, and love is the nature of God.
Right.
And to be bia or say odo erade no, it chase or sound so edoninia. Chiresi say odo erade na ondo nia, and then now you're truthful. You know, so love never fails.
Right.
It's a very big deal, a very big virtue that will help us go through this love.
Right.
I mean, go through this life,
Right.
anchoring us strongly in our faith in God and in our relation with men. Love is a virtue that never fails.
Right.
That means if we decide to walk in genuine love, if we decide to demonstrate genuine love,
Right.
first towards God, secondly towards one another,
Right.
it shall not fail. And so long as we walk in love and love does not fail, then we will also not fail.
Right.
That is the projection that I pick for myself in the scripture. Se odonya de bedi hwamodia ena me nso mi kra odomu na metena se wo odomu e wa abraboi mu a ene e menso na medi nkunim esan se odo ni hwamo. You know, they tell us different kinds of love according to the Greek understanding of it. Filial love, eros love, but what we are talking about is the agape love, unconditional love of God. For God so loved the world that he gave. So I believe say odoya debia it was see kremuye it was see a danedi emra ye ko enyuma so yi odofo da odo edi nante wo odomu na obedi nkuni mu ade nyina. All right, nyame enshira pi. That is all we have for the wisdom nugget this morning. Say ebe nante ewo odomu. Afo ye be koni akore kurwa enkratemu ne a ekoso my Ghana mu ene amanone. It's time to get into the world of newspapers to see what is happening in our country and beyond. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You're welcome back, and thank you so much for sticking and staying with us, still watching Morning Express, coming to you live from our studios here in Adentan Frafraha. This is TAC Television. Let me begin with the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic leads with this banner headline that no wrongdoing in big push contracts by reports, and the president orders tougher single sourcing rules. This is a story by Kester Abraham Kranchi, and it says high-level presidential investigation into the award of contracts under the Big Push Infrastructure Initiative has found that the Ministry of Roads and Highways did not breach any procurement rules. And this is according to the Daily Graphic. What they are calling the Big Push Agenda. There have been some suspicions, but according to the Daily Graphic, the report says that there was no wrongdoing. And it has a picture of Felix Fosu Kwakye, the Minister of Government Communications, right there on that front page. Also on the front page of the Daily Graphic, the EC deputies leave. Former CJ exits Council of State, and the government clarified presidency staff number. Quite a number of stories in the EC deputies. Bossman Asare Ekaho, and Mr. Samit Tete Omo exit EC. They're no more interested in working with the Electoral Commission. And the government has clarified, say, they voluntarily submitted their letters of resignation, according to Felix Fosu Kwakye. Also, former CJ, Sofia Kufu, yate say, ononso no every Council of State emu. Abino so kase, well, the government appointees or say numbers no send it it's not as big as the previous government. One troubling story here on the front page of the Daily Graphic, and so to say, Boko SHS students go on rampage over crackdown on exam malpractice. Jasmine, this is definitely a troubling one.
It is.
We're here yesterday talking about, senior high schools indiscipline.
Right.
And just a day after, another one is in the papers. Boko SHS. I think it's a good story. A wrong one, we should get into some conversations to try to catch it up. So that's all we have for the front page of the Daily Graphic this morning.
Okay, so to the front page of the Ghanaian Times, it says, Presidency absorbs Roads Ministry. And you can find more to the story on page 13 of the Ghanaian Times. Still on the front page, it says, IGP deploys special team to probe UCC students' death. And I'm saying, I don't know what's going on. These deaths on campuses.
Yeah. It's becoming scary.
Exactly. And
it's becoming scary, but
it's a concern.
It's good that they launch a probe. Some other stories have reported say Yachia Branti ya Odisa and Bransem. So I believe it's a good call. Yes, but we pray say but our brothers and sisters in school, of which I'm a student myself, yes, I think we need to be very careful and watch out for suspicious people.
Right. Amen. Still on the front page, I say Kasapreko lists on Ghana Stock Exchange after landmark 1.72 billion Ghana cedis IPO, and also you can find more to that on page 12. Still on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have old flood control methods ineffective. Old flood control methods ineffective. Dredging drains, partial demolitions inadequate. This is Professor Oteng Ababiu saying this. So dredging drains, partial demolitions inadequate. Or partial say flats na air cost. More has to be done because demolition and all that is not enough as far as he's concerned, because buildings are being demolished, but still flats na for as long as the rains are coming, still Professor Oteng Ababiu said there's more to be done.
I think it's a good call for permanent solutions.
Right.
What my Ghana who say your solutions need be ad hoc. I didn't see not just say temporary measure instead of looking at the more permanent solutions to the situation. So it's a good call there.
Indeed, it is.
I mean, you should share permanent solutions to our problems instead of trying to jump in, offering temporary ones.
All right. And that is all I have on the Ghanaian Times.
All right, Mayanko Chronicle, the Chronicle, and the Anope, the Chronicle. Lotto operators confirm KGL's market dominance, according to Rasak Kojo Opoku. Okay. So that story are trending papa for over a week now. MDA also Lotto space, but it's been around for a while. Also, one here says over 90% of 2025 to 2026 road contracts awarded on merit. So the government once again trying to come clean because your senior contract in the but government and see definitely these turnoffs would always come. Also here, I see police seize 5,039 parcels of Volta cocaine. Ahanona IS-type bikakra. To label those drugs as Volta cocaine, I don't know why.
I wonder.
It will be good to get into this story.
Right.
Yeah. If it's cocaine, if it's heroin, say crime is a crime. But or friend of Volta cocaine. That's according to the Chronicle anyway. Or see Volta cocaine. The parcels have been seized. Yes, you could see the picture on the right hand side. Right. The suspected drugs being offloaded.
Yes.
According to the Chronicle.
When I hear things like this, in as much as I get excited, but the excitement dies down quickly because the Achiomo it has been posted. But where do these drugs go? Are they really kept and destroyed, or is distributed later? I'm not trying to create any idea, but there have been series of these things, and there have been rumors as well towards these
as where
issues,
the drugs go
where they go.
Yeah, You know, I think by policy, they are supposed to, you know, confiscate them and destroy them.
Destroy.
Yes, they have a way of destroying these things, whether
Right.
they are illegal weapons or drugs like this.
Right.
They have a way of dealing with it. But we really hope they do it the right way, so it doesn't end up still within the country.
Exactly.
Otherwise, then it wouldn't have been.
Right.
I mean, serving any purpose arresting them.
Arrest them. That's basically it. Right. You're done for
Yeah, it
on the
appears that
Chronicle.
so. We also have the picture of the suspect there on the left-hand side, and that's all for the Chronicle this morning.
Okay, now to the Daily Guide, the front page of the Daily Guide, or say EC Deputy Chair Bosman Asari resigns. I think we the trended part because so far also you've read things like that. Still on the front page of Daily Guide, no, say court throws out Apia Kubi. Wontumi hires Atachia, and this all comes back to the illegal mining issues and all that. Then it goes ahead to say over 90% of road projects awarded competitively. The government is saying.
Yeah, still defending, you know, 8 awards of contract.
What you see?
That's how by the now they will say, and they will be defended, you know, and the opposition will almost always be on the opposite side.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then again, Ghana Lotto Operators Association confirms KGL's market dominance.
Lotto Fui.
Just say.
Ayo, yate.
And then finally on the front page of Daily Guide, was say court rejects OSP's plea to halt no power to prosecute ruling. Court rejects OSP's plea to hold no power to prosecute ruling, and that is all I have for you on the Daily Guide.
And a young call the front page of the Daily Searchlight. The Daily Searchlight. Is it sheer luck, Obisao? Or say, is it sheer luck, Mahama to choose 2 deputies at Electoral Commission? I believe so. Besides a look in Albanayana, because if you remember in the early days of the government, and they have tried to, you know, get rid of Bosman Asari and this other deputy. But say legal procedure and now they have voluntarily, according to the story, tendered in their resignation letters. And you see, I'm looking on my say, they are winning national on Saka. They were trying to do it. They didn't get it. And now the people themselves also post. You know, that is on the front page of the Daily Searchlight. Osase Ghana needs stronger capital markets for long-term development, according to NPRA CEO. And that is on page 3 of the Daily Searchlight. Osanso say, Atachia takes over Wontumi defense as he cites justice concerns as reasons. You know, as a lawyer, you know, and all that. But that is what we have on the front page here, according to the newspapers. You know, Vium Ose rising against time. Diplomatic push escalates as Ghana seeks urgent clearance for Thomas Partey ahead of opener. You can read more on that on page 7 of the Daily Searchlight. You know, this is of a concern, especially to all of us as football lovers. Ochina Ghana Kobo opening game against Panama. And this, you know, great midfielder, Thomas Partey, one of the oldest legs on the pitch. You know, he has seen so many games. A very experienced player. A very experienced player. Now, Canada force your man. I think it's a troubling one.
It is a troubling one. In as much as I understand them, because I say there's a whole criminal way around them. But as the court says, you are not guilty until proven. I don't know. Say, do they have the right to do so? Anyways, their country.
Of course.
Their immigration rules and whatnot.
And I believe they are just trying to be more careful or more tight in your or say welcome. They are.
So they're trying to prevent it.
But of course, he is a public figure. Our government can vouch for him anytime, anyway. So according to the foreign minister, say visa. We hope it goes through. Because you hear the you hear no against Panama. Na yetimi already game. Finally, here on the front page of the Daily Searchlight, I'll see Vivo Energy Ghana celebrates Safety Day to ensure emergency preparedness within the petroleum industry. Inti we are in a what daily searchlight mo ene anopay.
Right. And then to the inside front page of the insight, and it'll say PAPF challenges Macron's role at reparations conference, demands concrete action from France. Now, sounds from the all sign say Central East MTTD commander warns against unauthorized use of sirens.
I think this siren issue has been in the news.
I'm telling you.
With the traffic, wow. Everybody, you know, enjoy the area.
I know.
The traffic, motorcade,
right?
Come on. But sometimes it's very irritating.
What yes, yeah.
It becomes very.
A big crowd there's no emergency.
Yeah.
Can no person.
So I late. One sorry tempting meeting. Why late? You know, but it's a good call there.
Right, it is. It's still on the front page of the Insight. Or see Cuba in the eye of the storm. Sanctions, energy crisis, and threats of invasion. Still on the front page, I'll say KGL Technology Limited aims to revolutionize lottery for all Ghanaians. As a Christian, I don't know how I feel about it.
But lotto, they say in Chaloto. As Christians, as the Apostolic Church, the lotto is out of the way.
I say for all Ghanaians, no.
All Ghanaians,
I reserve my comment on this.
Sure.
The Ghana North MCE faces accusation of encroaching on privately owned land at Fisi. And we can find this on page 5. Still on the front page, it says Casapreco's GCE listing signals confidence in Ghana's industrial future, says the trade minister. And also we can read more to that on page 5. And finally, still on the front page of the Insight, or say a call for Pan-African unity. Why the African working class has no foreigners. You can find this more to this story also on pages 6 and 7. So finally, what else do you have for us?
The Dispatch newspaper, and they, you know, as a peace in Ghana is bigger than any political party, according to Father Nicholas Azin. Of course, Asumjia Yawo Ghana Memuyentimi Mfendiagro is bigger than any political party, is bigger than any organization, bigger than any religious sect, and so we should protect it. Yes, I think it's a very, very good call there. Yes. You can read more of that on page 12 of the Dispatch. Yemboy Asumjia no Ebai. Lotto Noan Esawaha, private lotto operators confirm KGL's market dominance. And I'm saying NLA receives 44.9 million Ghana cedi from them, and KGL 173 million payment, you know, on that. So the big one I see here is to protect our peace in Ghana. Say asumjaya wo my Ghana because peace is very expensive and pimpi shrewa and sana hobu say na esumbu ye pa ma yen twen ema eno ensi kra.
Then
yes, that's all for the
now
Dispatch.
On the front page of Daybreak, on the same NPRA CEO backs stronger capital markets through pension investment. Still on the front page, Ablakwa applauds AT Ghana for supporting South African returnees. And I think it's very commendable that they are helping these returnees.
Definitely.
Still on the front page, it says chop at CBG Consolidated Bank of Ghana, or say as top government appointee, drops 9 million Ghana cedi media consultancy deal.
Hey, as a CBG, I mean, it happened during the, you know, the whole, financial banking,
the shake up and all
the
that,
cleanup and all that. Now come on,
and finally, still on the front page of Daybreak, I'll say Abuja squeaky clean as government closes big push probe, and that you can also find on, I think, pages 3 and 4. That is all I have on the front page.
Let's end with a BNFT. Yes, Yemfa BNFT, and then a pay. So open burning remains illegal. Offenders risks fines and jail terms. Into yes, basa no. Yes, it is still illegal. yechiwa oho ebeka edwemu. It's official. Kasapreko makes it 3 IPOs in 6 months, and GSC, that's Ghana Stock Exchange primary market activity, hits near decade high. This will be good news. Say yebehu say sikasem no ekoyi pa. Afei Komfanoche Community Bank holds 39th AGM. More money in here, and they back 17.6 million Ghana cedi profit before tax. That's a good one.
Right, it is.
Say Komfanoche Community Bank omo enya emfaso pa. I think it's a very good one. Also, it says the governance imperative for sustainable bank profitability during economic expansion. You could read more on this on page 5 of the BNFT. What is cryptocurrency and why should every Ghanaian care? This is a good call. Cryptocurrency, we see a lot of e-money, a lot of financial, coins here, coins there. I think it's good. We get to know exactly what it is and get more insight in it. As an ordinary Ghanaian, men say or take cryptocurrency, or take Bitcoin, it was a fire home. It's a baby, we are sending air corner.
Gradually, it's becoming cashless.
Absolutely.
You have to know.
And we even hear the ECD, coming up strongly. So it's something of a great concern to every Ghanaian. Ubetimia kind, page 7 of the BNFT. Answer the baby, Yamiati say, easy painful, omo edi omojuma to hono Boston Manasare has resigned voluntarily, but some more tete de the retirement ena edru. Nti enye se ononso odi ne juma ato ho. Some more tete is on retirement, but Boss Manasare de he has voluntarily retired. We ena yedi enkowa enkratano ekachire ene anope. Stay tuned. Apostolic Insight is next. We have interesting conversation coming up with my colleague Jasmine.
The road to your destiny is a different road. And the first statement we are making is that only God knows that road, and only God knows how to take you on it. The journey you are about to take, the end has already been determined. Solomon Amajaki said, there's nothing new under the sun. He used wisdom. He didn't use an aloof spirit. Whom you serve continually, where is your faith? How can you perish if I am with you? Who can be against us? Not your intelligence, not your wealth, not your strength, but faith. These few verses describes one of the most beautiful lives that you can find in the Bible. He was giving birth to sons and daughters. Jesus, help us. We seem to have put God and the devil at the same level. What enough Pharaoh you will find.
The Journey of Life, showing on TAC TV on Sundays at 7 p.m. and the rebroadcast on Wednesdays at 9 p.m.
At TAC TV, we believe every business has a story worth telling. Behind every brand is dedication. Behind every product is hard work. Behind every entrepreneur is a vision. That is why we proudly introduce Market 360, a premium business spotlight platform created to position your brand with credibility, clarity, and national visibility. Market 360 dey yabasa yebebo wodwede ne ho dawuro e de ama ewo Ghana mu anase bebi a wo bia se wo ye business owner wo tonton nyoma bi tse adanse ho nyoma wo si dan ton wo nsase a wo ton anapo se wo school na wo pese yebo wo dawuro na kofo ehu school ni ene bebi a wo a Market 360 so e na wo benya sa akwanya we sempo wo advert na wo pese yebo ma anase wo pese ye nkofo ankasa ba wo chen ebetwa ba ade a wo ye ana dwumadi a wo die bia no ane se obefre ye e wo number yi so 0504 095351 0504 095351. Market 360, Dredley, Wasem, and see a Bema man sign at Wonka.
Hello there, very good morning once again. You're still watching Morning Express here on TAG TV, where we're belting the globe with the gospel. This is the Morning Express, where we promise to give you an edifying experience. It is time for the Apostolic Insight segment with me, Jasmine Ayungo. This is where, remember, we talk about anything and everything that distinguishes the apostolics from the others. Eha ena yene impinfo etwetwe nkomo efa nyama efa asori de ho nyama ema ho se away or apostolic di mapa na anopa we no will be talking on godly raising children the godly way, raising children the godly way. Now, I'm sorry now, but to set certain things, certain groups to make sure that when the raising of the children would be done in the godly way. And anopa way to talk on this. No, I have with me an astute minister of God. He is the National Children's Ministry leader in the very person of Pastor Joseph Akofo. Pastor, you're welcome. Thank you very much for gracing our screens this morning. Now, me pacho nyam ohuye dear.
Pacho nyamiado me ho ya pa pacho nso a.
Nyamiado. So for pacho and they pese ye kasa fa raising nkola in the godly way, and since our National Children's Ministry leader no pese ye kasa efa ministry no ho na Code of Conduct of the Apostolic Church number 3 in Mekai 3A no kase bring your children to church with you. Enja omo wo fie. Nti ema mi baby sa. Children's ministry in the first place. Why was it created? Why was it started? Adinti and almost started children's ministry in the first place.
Chameda was say na so yenya kwan mama children ministry so itumi aba. Sa so dey tiefo nyina ase so ne a church for. Pacho say na wo kan you know. Efa asori nin titiye nin shishe ho no ninti pa children ministry itumi eti ene se pese edi nyame asem to evangelize girls and boys. That's the first aspect of our mission. Now feel so no say itumi di nyame asem o mo na etwon ba ye be nurture mo after nurturing them no afia be modern say e be disciple to be like Christ. Okay. Now, with the nurturing aspect, na nyame aseme de mo omo no. Omo so me say Yesu. No mo akotwe afoforo mo tese omo so abre Yesu. So that is the main mission or aim of establishing the children ministry.
Right. Let's just say indirectly in more bua our phone also in raising these children in the godly way. Now, Pacho, what age range in Kolano? And be or trasa age way, and as you say, he or she is no longer in the children ministry.
Canon dear na emuwa, but after the shift agenda 2 no, your money a kitwa kakra. Okay. In the age range, you know, between 0 and 12. Okay. So akwadano nya 13 pa automatically no system number shift na call the youth ministry. Okay. And the age range, you know, started from 0 to 12.
Okay. Now, just say I me person me ye eyi kakra. I didn't na ministry wo just for the children. Meaning say what can one sem near more mission. But why are children not rather allowed to just join their parents in the main church, in the main auditorium? And I'm not more specializing on them. Why?
Asem papa and we be sano. Ni hun se esoro enkwada ntitiye na esumpinifo ntitiye nso. Se yakwa sorry say ya utumi se nyame asem ye de ma mpinifo no enye no aso ye de ma enkwada no.
Okay.
Enkwada no pe ade a ye di yeni hu. To say video pictures, coloring, any sanya man ade no nti ye de omo ko mpenifo aso no koka omo awofo ho a ebe di pass abofran so bitumi tap abofran potential na say ne gift no yakopon so dia ama no enti na etwe nkwada na free awofo no na yeso nya a certain class of people na yitumi akiro omo to build them up na dachi bia nso so abaye ti say omo awofo no a omo company fo asore no so.
Right. You say eya na awofo ni bi omo their excuse ne say akola no me wo fi aneme ye no ohwe nti saa so na ya me person me ne ko mpeinfo no ho because ohwe say ye bo mpa you know some tend to mimic seeing their parents praying na or cartoons na there you have some children play with it on daily basis to obi or say enunti no on ha no so de neba eko children's ministry and Sunday school but then na o kafa ho
enye adepa nti enye adepa ne se akwada bia wo ne kasa ote ase odi akwada ne company for sorry say no my typical example say bia yeah cartons na akwada no so cartons no tongues na akwada ne te ase sen te say build akwada ne free baby na akwada ne hu say na ade ne te na oya wetumi ate ase yi sa akwada no kono se ne ma me ye no school sua no oya e just copying onye bibi pepe free mo but we class ne de ye to ye bo de abofan fast entity ni mu akosi mpempen so a akwa na bete ne oye na ase na daachi no aha ne nkwaje ho adwuma no a oye no so our main aim ne say akwa ne nkwaje ho adwuma oye se ne be daachi no akwada no onye oyiraba.
Right. Number 2 Bible no eso nsema wo so edos nyame akasa bebre. So they and of all the things that nyame ekan ya wo Bible no mo decide say mo pick good news. Christ died for my sins as my motto for children's ministry. What is the reason behind choosing that particular phrase as my motto?
So me da wasipa yeta won sim bia ye ka say akwada wo hoyi onyini a nyame bebre to Mrs. akwada na brabo mu ti won say edi asempa na which is the good news in ma akwada na odi nyini mu a ene mo be bo an because akwada ndum pempen so mpenifo mu a wo chi no na odi nyame asem na ama na din pa say obeti nyame asem no ase titi good news na fa yesu na edwuma obeye oye
okay
ni wo be wu ye ni mojo hwe gu ye and I feel so see no sorry or sound sorry. So all these things, you know, yeah, they back together and then they even say any good news in it. Pacho, yeah, be say ma akwada no hu ni nkwaji ejuma ye no free ni nkwada mbremansan we nyine free muntina yeah the good news no to so say good news Christ died for my sins.
Wow. Now, Mr. Wo, children's ministry, more programs are more year aside meeting the children on Sundays, more Sunday schools, no more programs are holding more year in just all to make sure that my mission is fulfilled at the end of the day. And now to me, I will be being so attracting.
Yeah, senior Udi can be say age beno. Your call Sunday school, no, I teach you Sunday morning service no. You the infant class.
Okay.
IFN preschool. And you shall say be 0 to 3. Now you the 4 to 5 and 6 a come home. Now you buy intermediate, a year lower primary.
Okay.
Lower primary is started from age 6 to 8. Now if you call in Peniform a year the upper primary a year Timothy class no age 9 to 12 no.
Okay.
Until you see ya
obia won ade kire ochire ewo ho eno ne one na afisia program like make the Bible your friend.
Okay.
I can be your friend Sordre and a quiz competition no. Nti your quiz your Sordre afia so your can meetings this year say ya back home because of vacations you know. You're breaking into two. If you want your model than the month of April, even by the month of August, you know, Boama Quadano Sudisia, dear. You'll be to say, Kit Got Talent, and Nancy, so your name group of here day for fit mode consult, and also about together, they are building Quadano Su a future. You'll be to say prayer, Quadano, your chamo, Quayafaso, a bompa, and tea. 21 days fasting and prayers at the Apostolic Church, Yafanos no. Your man could also get involved any teachers no. So the month of January, 21 days no, man could also share. Saturdays no, omoko fast, verse 12, no more breaky. Saturday July so no, on met us until programs on the adults. So maybe boss were
that's really commendable. Now, Mipacho, what are your expectations from sorry, in paying for Ascension ministers, no, you know, other ministry leaders as well. Any Ebiampona, Asori Nankasa, what are your expectations? You being a National Children's Ministry leader, no, what are your expectations of these people?
And that's the main canon expectations in the Kadoso. But my main one is the church should own the ministry.
Okay.
Say a fa nkwada no say ya ye nkwada na ebebo mo a we have a brighter future.
Right.
Eta can be say akwada no nyini a ye wantete a ye de ma no. We nyini wiens no say wantete so a ye de ma no. Na say ntumi onu children ministry na eje mo sa church ni future bia because ye na be produce ama youth ministry. Say akwada no wo children ministry it means akwada be the youth ministry ni sebio na kwa ebasa na youth ministry say ntumi amboa no so dia na afie ntumi chicha omu ye chama women's movement ye chama men's movement and other departmental groups no so ni sana ade no atenti meme pese say ye mpenifu say ye Ascension ministers wives men's movement, youth movement, obiano, we should own the children ministry. Now, if you see, mo titri ewo sikasem sumo. But edum ribena ye pesikadia kwe bibia ye bra ansani ye nya and a few teachers no so say mo. You so cut across women's movements, Ascension ministers wives, the main Ascension ministers, any groups are hodwana. Sister, I will be sad here. Make us say, let's own the children ministry.
Right.
And every boy must suffer so. It may create impact.
Right. Now, me pacho. This year, you're saying Colano, parents are all for a bum from Colano. Sorry. Now, move on so inform more. Don't keep them in the adult church. Now, allow them to go to Sunday school. Okasano, what should the community out there expect from children who are joining the children's ministry? Why? What should they benefit from that? And nunti, they'll be convinced. So numpo nonkwa sorry, I'll be to me amanebano aba Sunday school.
Every child or children come from a community. Obi any home or sorry preoccupy na waba. Seneti bia no wo community bi mwansa na wo ba asori. Nti ehwe sentiti ya de mankwada no at our level, that's the children ministry no. Enyame asem abra papa bo ene konkron ye ene ne aka ni nyina no. Akwada ni hu a onfi nsi. But akwada no so bebo modern say community no wo mo no so no. Obe modern no de nyame asem no so. Ama modern community engagement say community nso ye bibia no so ye boa teachers na boa akwada no so boa ma ye so ye boa ma community no so no ekoso nti ne American no say ne abofrani esua no or practice ya modern say ono so be put into action say or the bema afoforo so e community no mo ehu ne a e wa abofrani so emu.
That is profound. That is profound. Mate, I've heard the story of a parent and now uncle sorry in Yashi. But now Omane Bano, Eko Sundays, Udi Nina Fufuichi, Eko Sunday school. Now through the child, the parents started going to church.
Of course.
She gave her life to Christ again. And it's so profound, and I'm glad that you said that. About so Bonetofa answer na yebe kono. What are your final words? What you'd want to tell anyone about the children's ministry? What you'd also want to tell the children themselves as well, Pacho?
Okay. The American say, children are not the church of tomorrow. Nkwada no mo ye asafo no echna, but they are the church of today.
Right.
The American no say, nkwada no say antete omo e na year. It's a social media technology. Both teachers and that of parents. Since soon Kwadamo, we don't catch them younger. These are not about young. We want to catch them younger because of social media and technology. Tina Mestran say, in soon Kwada anymore. Na niya nim fa Christo hono. Me njan Kwada no. Yen kan Kwada nbe ho. Say your family altar. Is it personal one or the family one? Yen training Kwada no. No musomutu si anyame asem, musomutu mi mbompae. Nti etumi yesa. It means say nkwada no ye china so asafo nti echina asafo no, that is the church no start fear ne. When we fail today, we don't have tomorrow's church. And then lastly so no the children are the bedrock of the church.
Okay.
And the heartbeat of God. We fail the children, we have failed God. To nyame mo ahe. Oma ni mde ne nyansa ebetumi so nkwada no. Obi emfiti prekope no be ye penny. Obi a sha so ni nkwada ambre mo ansa no be ye penny. Nti nansen ye hwa ye kwa bonti ne ye koye crusade ye brepa to get the souls no. Ofrebo sen nkwada nko a adentia. Nkwada no mpo nyame asem. And penny for no already grown.
Right.
Nti no de nyame asem mo medwe wo sansa na mo aba. Nti etumu ka che mo sa na de nyame asem mo ntem a eboa na nkwada no so nyini be ye penifo papa de masa for no man no ne ebusua no so. Nti yen hwe omo yi yen bo a chechirefo no yen motivate omo yen mentor omo afi nso yen bo modin se bibia nkwada no hia bia no ye de be mo omo na aboa ma yeso yedwumedie no ayefefefe. I love working with children.
Right.
I started as a child.
Right.
I was groomed up to become a teacher. I left the scene for a while. Now I'm back to the ministry again. It's part of my blood. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. And thank you also so much for this information. Yeah, that was Sibe Nampacho. Ode kakre bi ansana yako. Now, won't say in some parents, I won't say all of them. Ebimo edenimba eko school, akolaniko school, or say teacher lecturer there. So they leave that responsibility to the teacher. Now, as a kolani ba on hano hon try kolana there. Say your homework, or say whatever it is on hano hon. Until say one tia see wo school or the abafi it continues sa no they call. Interestingly, the aba Sunday school. Into only the say, oh, me ban call Sunday school on me training am yansem ti ehun nya say obafia. I as a parent should continue. Then I wo eka fa eno so no ho. What would you also tell parents like that?
We dey say yame on kronkron na oyi kire wa wo dey say asemu ya be. Because I had a misumeta campa. Akwada sha say ku school no obon quickly ni ape home teacher. E dey amano. Ada akwada ni nyim nyame asem a na ejan ye say achechirefo. Ti mesere nyina. Se hwe na ye mma no entumi nsua nyame asem. Entumi ye na nyame asem ekire ya. Ye money say e be contact a very good teacher. Nyo bia so otumi nkire nkwada ade fa nyankopon asem ho. Nti the teachers are available. More inviting, you be boamo. Nti say I will suggest no so messages say sakwada ne ya dia. You more say be a teacher for no so engaging kwada no. E wo fie no mo so mutumi ni afa Yami asem ne ncheche ne ntete papa so.
I'm sure we're very faster. We are so grateful. So we to me a pemmer now only a better train come when you dance very. If you just join that, this has been the apostolic insight. Not yet kasa ever how to raise a child in the godly way. Now, Pastor Akofo, I can't be brave. I trying. Please, parents out there, then you enjoy that thing of or course Sundays, we man course Sunday school, and you believe say that should be enough for the child's spiritual upbringing. No, you are the parent for a reason. It's also to your son. Send a pastor kind of so wumpo na want to make speak to them, speak to the Sunday school teachers, and they are willing to help out. Until if akolano any my dear school na know how because when him say also dear no that or be jumante or know how way the soul of the child, the salvation of the child, and it is upon you. It's your duty to make sure say ube raise akolani ye Christo nima pa kwandia. It says the Bible says we should raise them in the godly way, train the child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they'll never depart from it. Do everything to make sure. Inja emma omo keke. Please, it's unko sorry crampo abomodiana make sure say wo ubadie obeko asori wo konso atwene ko na Sunday school ehuhia say obetumi akotena hobi. This has been the apostolic insight here on the Morning Express. Medawasi bebre say utie ye no wanko bebia Mr. Wara and Sisa Dino still on TAG TV. Yeah, the music and the fine arts bro. So relax and enjoy.
My name is Lydia Kokotete from Madina Dodowa area, and I am here to recite a poem. The title of my poem is God's Grace is Enough. In the morning when I rise and see the beauty of the skies, I lift my hands and voice in praise to thank God for all His grace. Through trials, through every pain, through sunshine bright and pouring rain, He holds my hand and leads the way. My God is faithful every day. When I was weak and filled with fear, the Lord drew close and stayed so near. He whispered softly, "Do not fall, for I am with you through it all." Many times I lost my way, yet God still heard me when I prayed. His mercies rich and lifted me. His love has set my spirit free. The world may change from day to day, but Jesus never fades away. His promises remain so true. His words are pure. His mercies new. He gave me peace within my soul. He made the broken place whole. He turned my darkness into light and gave me strength again to fight. When storms of life begin to rise and tears keep falling from my eyes, I remember God is always near to calm my heart and dry each tear. Some trust in riches, gold, and fame. Some proudly lift their earthly names. But I will in Christ alone, the solid rock on which I stand. Let every nation, tribe, and tongue join heaven's angel in their song to praise the one who reigns above, the God of everlasting love. Thank you.
But I met him. He didn't come with tender. He came with a whisper, "Child." He didn't point at my mistakes. He rather wrote new lines on my file. My goddess, He's the mender of broken toys and broken girls, the keeper of my secrets, and the one who heals the world. Not just on Sundays, not just in the songs we sing. He is Monday, He is midnight, He is every single single thing. He is the lion and the lamb in the body of one man. He is the answer before I ask. He is the strength when I can't stand. So when I step on this stage, Mamba has me be do juma, me ba se me be pema kanipa amenya meye. His name is Jesus, the one who makes stone bow to his voice. That's my God. Who is yours? God bless. Beneath 9 decades of grace and light, a church arose through the darkest nights, with hands united, hearts made one. A work of faith is now well done. From vision born and burdened prayer, like Nehemiah's call to care, the walls were raised, the dream took form. Through every test, through every storm, behold the tower, strong and tall, a witness standing over all, a house of order, skill and might, where service meets in the Lord's delight. The Apostolic Church Ghana has seen the Lord's own hand through sacrifice and faithful band. Tap Tower stands, declare it loud, a testimony strong and proud, that given hearts and covenant grace still lift the Lord's name in every place. So let this monument ever remind, we are stewards by God designed, not owners here, but called to share, to build his house with faithful care. I am Mrs. A.C. Brown, the poet. Thank you.
Mumayen kamfono da Onyankopo one shira Ninkuto na shiva Onyankopo Yekwa Oni Yentite Bota
Welcome back. Still watching Morning Express here on TAG Television, where we promise to give you an edifying experience. Just gone by with sweet, sweet and powerful, spiritually uplifting tunes from the Mount Zion Choir led by Minister Carl Clote. And that was Apostolic Hymn 50. So unimwa me catcher of a anakope Apostolic Hymn, no Apostolic Chi Hymn 50. Eno na omo eto ye no omsi onyankopon eye kronkron eno nti ye besom ne da ono ne ye tete botan ene onyam kanyame agya oba ene honhom kronkron. Jasmine, powerful tunes there. Indeed. I mean, the Apostolic Chi Hymn is always exceptional. Right. And we cannot, it's not a subject for this morning, but it's so powerful. It's so awesome. You cannot listen to it without being inspired.
Right. You know? And we are not being biased just because we are members. We know what we are saying. These songs have what you are saying. I'll end it here, but there's no A for debates.
There is no contention about that. So there are two issues that are trending in our country today. Yesterday, Jasmine, we had a conversation on the indiscipline in our senior high schools. And while we were having that conversation, not knowing it was happening, just about 1 a.m. of Monday, which was yesterday, June 15th, another incident happened at the Boko Senior High School, widely reported in the papers. And I'd like to just touch on that briefly. The story is on City Online, and it's reported as military deployed to Boko SHS following student rout. So just what we were talking about, so disheartening that it was happening right at the time, you know, just as we were discussing it. Let me read snippets of it and then I get to hear your thoughts on that. It says military. So there's a story by Christopher Kevin Asima on City FM Online. Military personnel have been deployed to Boko Senior High School following a disturbance by students that resulted in the destruction of school property and the assault of a teacher. The incident occurred at about 1 o'clock a.m. on Monday, June 15, when students reportedly went on a rampage and caused extensive damage to facilities on the school's campus. Confirming the incidents, the Boko Municipal Director of Education, Isaac Agbeku Azaso, said the unrest was triggered after school authorities refused to allow examination or practice by some final year students who are expected to complete the examination this week. Also, according to him, the situation escalated into violent disturbances, during which one teacher was allegedly kidnapped by the students. Can you imagine? One teacher kidnapped by the students while another was assaulted and sustained injury. The injured teacher was rushed to a health facility for treatment and has since been referred to Bolgatanga for further medical attention. It continues on and on and on, and Mr. Azasu also said military personnel were subsequently deployed to the school to restore calm and maintain law and order. This is a very, very troubling one.
It is.
SHS students are more through exam. This week, Penama we afe omadwa adentia a teacher form per se omobe wia and social name. This is definitely a very worrying one that is happening. Ometimi aye basa I mean, kidnapping a teacher, that is very horrific. What's your thought on this, Jasmine?
You know, there is the infantry for me.
Yeah.
What I say, I don't know, but this indiscipline thing, it's becoming unbecoming.
Yeah.
It's becoming unbecoming. Your time no na your teachers cry you through.
What's true, cry? Hey.
You know, we are there with you now. Parents are like they threaten you, say, I'll take you to school.
Yeah.
Whatever my teacher. Now we
You're scared.
show because that teacher, you understand. But and then no, I don't know if this whole banning of corporal punishment and all that and so But it's like these generation, because they've become something else. Exactly. Kidnapping. I used to hear stories like that, but it wasn't that rampant.
Yes.
As I say, I just say informal, and it's
becoming
really,
troubling.
It is very troubling.
To have the gut, say obe protest it, not because but because you see
you were doing the wrong.
Practice.
I mean. It's a man copy now. For any day in CZ school, license
and all that.
to another day.
The funny thing is that they feel entitled.
Exactly. That is why I said the infantry for me.
I can just imagine, say you say on copy teacher say there is school authority say my own copy. Like school be
Exactly.
And there is a notion that a lot of schools copy a teacher for no so they feel entitled say I didn't exam. And that is so wrong.
It is.
Having the gut to protest. Why? Because you are not allowed to cheat in an examination. It's so awful. It's so awful. And I think stringent measures definitely need to be put in place.
It needs to be.
I mean, the measure has to be very strong.
It has to be.
As the counselor and, the representative from the Teachers Coalition mentioned yesterday, there is a need for the whole psychology of the students to be, shaped right.
Right.
Because I think it's more of a mentality thing. Omojune say, probably omatis almost seniors cry,
exactly.
Omatis school be cry, So the whole mindset around examination has become some way. Not only even in senior high school, we should BEC, obitimi at the papers, I think it's a serious thing that needs to be looked at, needs to be addressed. And see, you have children at home, or enuanom, or adofo, or mawofie, enuamo shasiye enkasa. Let us shape, the mindset of our children and our young ones right. For students to have the mindset of entitlement, say, well, see a more copy or exam. And because of that, they're on rampage. This is so not acceptable and so not wanted. Jasmine, we have another wonderful conversation coming up.
Right.
So, the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving is coming up.
Okay.
And we have our father, Apostle Emmanuel Tete, to give us some insight to this discussion. Can't
wait to listen.
Send you a promise. It's an edifying experience. Apostle Emmanuel is here, is going to talk to us about it and give a lot of clarity to us how we can get on board as Christians as far as this National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving is concerned. We will be back shortly. For your Makwaba Edeba Tak TV Subium, a Morning Express Jumedi Ena Ushe. Na yoba bedi enkomo afa empaibo ene aseda a my Ghana yede esi yene so se afibia no yebeye yem papa Apostle Emmanuel Tete oye General Secretary for the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council na afenso oye Senior Pastor ewo the Apostolic Church Ghana Mount Zion Assembly ayewo asalam down. That no by manfeno anka ho ene no me de aka ho. So you are most welcome. It's always a delight and a great joy to have you. Yes, Daddy. So we are talking about the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. What is it all about, and how did it even come about as a country?
Thank you very much. And mefa akwanya nso na me de achia ahwefo nyina and me National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving committee.
Okay.
Omanpanyi John Dramani Mahama I set it up a few last year.
Wow.
Honorable Evesefri Ankra and Edano as chairman.
Okay.
Is the presidential envoy for interfaith and religious affairs.
Okay.
And he's leading the committee in a very wonderful way.
Wow.
National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. Them say, yeshe yasa fani nyina na amani titru ewo debia yetu esi ho. Kanka English approach ne America, Canada hono, titi mremo no, enye ne foya, womu bisa se, nyankopon no ne hwan no.
Okay.
Ba, womu nanano mwa, nyame bua won, ema womu si, womu man no se nye tiesi se no. Womu emre bimu no ehunu se, eneye, enkoswo, nyamapa womu nyano. Enye womu ahoden anase womu nimde keke.
Okay.
Na momu no adumbi ena adumo. Enti amani tichiru bebre ewo ho a womu eyi dabi esi ho.
Okay.
Enekra womu friend say Thanksgiving to God krana womu friend Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
Eye dabi a ede esi ho a ye de dase. Na yem say ne kwan so ena omanpanyin John Dramani Mahama oba be oye campaign no na okan se nyame adom na unya Ghana konya na obepese odeda kru bi besi ho.
Okay.
Ama afibia no ye de aye aseda ne ayeyi ama ye nyankopon a wabɔ ye ho ban wo hwɛ Ghana ame Africa bibiman emu ya Ghana akoye se oman bi a asomdwe ene nkoso yeti anu ye complaining o ye complaining papa ba ye de esin bebre.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Mpuntu asomdwe enkoso a ye wo no amman ye twa ye ho ahia bebre eni bisa enti National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving no omanpanyin de si ho.
Okay.
Say afibia no 1st July.
Okay.
Eye Ghana Republic Day.
Okay.
1st July ye de si ho say ye de beye aseda ene ayeyi ama ye nyankopon ye Christopher.
Yeah.
Enim say ye nyankopon Christo ena wa ye adom sa.
That's true.
Ye nuanom Muslims no so womso ye wom de.
Okay.
Womso ye wom de.
Okay.
Traditionalist enso ye ma wo ho kwan.
Okay.
Enso sa obia ne awugidi bia da wonyame ase. Enti Christopher ye nso ye decide na si ho.
Okay.
Say ye de nyame ase. For asumje ne ye pa odi adom yen.
That's very true. You say aseda de eyade nyame nyani di hu ye pa. Now we be say why is this necessary even as a people? Obeka say ye pempunto ye penkoso adenti na hia se ne okan no aman bi na omoye dada. Even though they may not call it Thanksgiving this year, but the idea why is it necessary at all for a country to set aside a day, praying to God and thanking God?
Yeah. Yo, me say asida de se na okan ye no e ya de pa. Se obi ye wadoye, obi ya de ma o. Na se ujitum sa uhu weni so na ukoda na ase a ebie kwan ma o ochina bi nso no bebi wo ho ebia onokra hu ya wonya kokudro ekobisa no esan se ne odi kan ye ma wo no ukoda na ase wo kire weni so eso yeah. Enti se enkwa ye wo asumdwe aye wo enkoso aye nya onuado a ye de te ye man yi mu no broni be say by accident. It didn't just happen. We believe that when say Ghana no nhwehwemu e kire say 71% ejitu won ho so say
Christopher.
Yeah, Christopher. On kwa sorry kra na. Onim say oye Christo ni. Aha. Efia ye wo no to mo no. Yeah, Christopher. Efie. Aha. Enti ebi on kwa sorry. Onim say nyame wo ho anyame adom ebo ne ho ban.
Yeah.
Enti ni say enti no ni aye nya bia no e wo say ye hu say enya mpofiri mu ana e ba ye. Ye ndie gide kire yen say ye nyame aye som no no.
And wa yama ye.
Ye ginidi no. Ono e na o yama ye. Enti e wo say ye nso ye kire ye ni so a ebekwa akoda na ase. Enti ye da na ase wo ye nsori mu de.
Yeah.
Ba se oman ye nyina se oman baako Ghana no. We are setting aside one day, you know, to thank God and to appreciate what He has done for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So say you papa no, now you share the other side. Say what would you say are the effects of prayerlessness? If you give us any scriptures to encourage us, where we will see the positive impact of prayer on a nation and then prayerlessness of a nation, just to help us and encourage us to get involved.
We share Israel abakosemo First Samuel chapter 12 no. Them say Israel womu ne ye esoriti anyankopon ne ye a womu ye no na nso nyame ni titiru no eduru baabi a womu ka se womu pe ohene te se aman a etwa wo ahia no. Aha. Omu se sa aman ni nyina ewo obi a odi wo manim ekokon. Mo nso mo wo odifo a nyame nam so ehwe mo so nyame na wafa ne so ye mo hene.
Yeah.
But eduru baabi no omu se womu so pehene te se aman a etwa wo ahia. Emu ho no Samuel odifo Samuel ka kire won se mo aye bone kese etie nyankopon. Na Samuel kire wo mo no omu nu won ho. Ba nyame ka kire Samuel se nia wo mo abisa no ye ma won.
Wow.
Na Samuel ka kire won se ono de obekoso ara abompaye ama won se oman. You know, so we need people who will stand in and pray for the nation.
Yeah.
And appreciate God for what He does. Say yande nyame ase a ochina yakwa ho kire mu a eno na yekwo na anim akosere no.
Yeah.
So it is important for us to show that appreciation and to go to God in prayer. The nation that prays and seeks the face of God always have the favor of God upon them.
Wow.
Always has a favor of God upon them. Enti no ehia enese
say ebeko erade anim. Na enim say afi etwa mu na ye share dwumadie na say. So what has been the impact of the previous one? Saying the call no last year, for which reason we want to do it again. And I add to him say be ya afi ways.
Yeah. Yo, say ne mede kan no o mampanyi mama de ne niso ade hunu ne say afi bia ye be ye anyway.
Okay.
But say na o kan no, it started last year.
Okay.
Na obi edi adwenkyere foforo bi na ebema, but o mampanyi mama eba so no obetena na konya so na etoso mienu yi. Aye esha say January 2025 no.
Yeah.
Let me say na World Bank womo eboa ya hwe sikasem so na ye man no muntutuye niama ye adwadie ni ade. Na womo ama adwenkyere bi say forecast projection.
Yeah.
Say maybe wo ho a yesikasem no womo hwe se niama esitie na ye behia be se emfie be se du. Anase imfie nson bi ene ade ansa yesikasem no apegya akoduru empempenso bi. Womu akyerɛkyerɛ nyama bi saa.
Okay.
You know, our debt to GDP ratio.
Okay.
Things like our exchange rates.
Yeah.
But within 1 year.
Wow.
Within 1 year, many economists, many
yeah.
But we statistics are World Bank and economists they are out.
Okay.
So within the space of 1 year, ansana yesha say January no. Afini kone wiye aye betna se ahwe kratemu biom ahwe ya sitnemu baby ayesika sem nyama kodu no. Within 1 year, the transformation that has come. Some of the projections are World Bank kaye say be take year best 7 years, 10 years, 2032 and anyame bi ebesisa near there within the space of 1 year.
Wow.
Those things have been achieved.
Wow.
If it is not God, I don't know who did it. And in fact, President Mama has said it several times. He has said it several times that he cannot take credit for this.
Wow.
He doesn't know how it happened, but it has happened. It has happened. And for us as believers, ekayejide hu say sa adana ye yesi ho 1st July say did nyame ase no obi a onye jidi ni in fact jidi ni bi kra wo ho a ebia politics onjintum
yeah
but se wo bo ho mpaye na se ka ho bi pa na wo mu a wo ho se enye eniso keke na mom ensa kese bi eye nyankopon sa eka ye ho
wow
enti ye wo committee ne so de eka ye jide ho pa ehye ndin
yeah
ma ye hu se juma ye di no nyankopon agitum.
Wow.
It has given us some results.
Wow.
And we are also confident about nobody, when we go for meetings, nobody is giving allowance, nobody is giving nothing.
Yeah,
we see it, the big sheet, the amount transport,
wow.
the amount bibia, ya amount ya ni say, it's not se cha, na ya ode biane. Because sitting no che. Na ya bre bia didi ne nye adwuma. You know,
this is certainly a good cause. Yeah, wow. To know, say, Adianka, a bit me take 7 years.
Yeah.
And you say, a bo nipa baso, say a GD for the yenim say a yamensa and a ayewe, a dear my, and you nipa be to me. And until I feel so, yes, can you give us a bit details of this year? A hene a bayano, a merebeni a bayano, wine a baby. Now, obiet me baby ana.
Yeah, yo. But I say, I feel based on last year and then the reset agenda. Omanpenyi mama kese ono de sinani so say ye ne ye ya sitnemu subanya ye wo mu say omanma timamfo adwena ye kura ne senia ye hwe niama efa no e wo say nsisan bi bam.
Okay.
Enti eno na omo friend reset agenda na eno no nka omanmu ni nyina hia. Enti this year the theme for this year's Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving is resetting our values.
Okay.
For the Ghana we want. Resetting our values
for the Ghana we want.
You know, so ye susu ye adwea ye kura. Just say unam krom nepa no so for I was say who say enye nimde nko a enna ema nipa ye.
That's true.
Menka we enfantwam Warren Buffett.
Okay.
Warren Buffett. Oka ye nipa be se num ana se du awo mu sika pa we wiase mu a oka ho. Ono se nipa baako no o sika sen Ghana. Ye Ghana man mu ni.
Yesika jira ya kambo.
Ono nipa baako no o sika sen Ghana man mu ni nyina Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett kan sembi. O se o pe nipa be ye adwuma mana owo Nyama miense bi a ohwe.
Okay.
Or pefi nipa no ho. Ose ohwe, he looks out for integrity.
Okay.
Integrity.
Mudie.
Hard work.
Ejumaden.
And then intelligence.
Wow.
Okay. Integrity, hard work,
and intelligence.
or knowledge.
Wow.
But Okaka ho say, if the first one is absent, forget about the other two.
Wow. Just say integrity, mudie nimdia.
Kano.
Ejumaden eni nimdia wenyina.
No.
Wow.
And if fa nimdia no ejumaden.
Certificate ahodo ni na.
Or integrity, hard work, and intelligence.
Wow.
If you don't have integrity, forget about the other two.
Wow.
Naturally say, you can say values. Resetting our values now. Integrity is a value.
Okay.
Okay, integrity.
Yeah.
A value.
The values.
And now values now. So you see and so for this year.
Okay.
You know, team now when you might can values no. Integrity. You hear pass or mine. Say nipa no eni sa mudie no. Oni nukure. Na so owo nimdie eye adwumaden ode na nimdie ni na adwumaden ode be wie usika.
That's true.
So you be a ondi nukure. Mudie enimu ma no. It's a person who doesn't have integrity, but he's very intelligent. He's very hardworking. He will steal your money with his
intelligence and hard work.
With his intelligence, or the baby Oscar.
That's true.
You know, so we need that value of integrity.
Yeah.
We need righteousness, and these are well stated.
Okay.
In our brochure that will come up, the values that we need to aspire for. Okay. In this year. So we have righteousness, and they are well stated.
Wow.
Yeah, righteousness, discipline, you know, and so ekaho, discipline. Say, yeah, the periphery beye juma. Yeah. We can say 8 o'clock. It was say 8, no.
Now.
Juma. Say 8, no. Bibinti enye woody kind. Na fre. Na chire mu say, ebi a say ni say inti no. Mean to member.
Yeah.
Ma wunu kredi enedi. Ma wunu kredi ne ye kwanso. Amemeka ye ka kwanso lorry kwanso.
Okay.
Subanya ye di drive wo kwanso no.
Enye kura.
Ayese mre bia ni man. Efin.
Yeah.
You know, the way we litter, the way we throw rubbish around. Discipline is completely missing. But true. These are things we need to re-imbibe them. So we are looking at resetting our values.
Wow, resetting our values.
To make, Ghana the country we want.
Even before you get into the other details, you know, the time and all that, talking about values, as you rightly said, about 71% of Christians, of Ghanaians profess to be Christians. In Argentina, still, I say, acquire didn't say, ye Christo somne in Chechra, Bible Chireno. I say, acquire didn't see a who say, a daddy, ewe a man tem, any Juma Musene, Wakano. Or more mututu muragun, I can't say Bishoma, one shot. More than 5 years. Sorry, drivers are selling okay. Obi kwa sorry pa. Now so see kwan so na say adwen no asesa kra. Obi to be catch us say I had the enye for Bible to nchen. As we usually hear people say, oh, what the enye we enye Bible asem. We adwuma mu asem. People say that. Why is it so? And how can we work at it? So be adwuma Oka corruption, because we the any Bible asem. We adwuma asem na yeka. Why the disconnect?
Now so a Christian, that is the worst part. No say we the Yemfa Bible.
Yemfa Bible tunje. We adwuma asem na yeka.
Yeah, then the Bible tunje. How can we put the Bible aside if you are a Christian? You know, it shouldn't happen. Yeah. In fact, naturally say asori na ye kono. Enye nyame ene de asi ene so. Na mum bibia ye pe enti na ekwa asori no enti nyame na asem a o kire ye no eno se favor ye a ene efa na etia ye suban de a na ye atunche And Sese Banasa,
Yeah.
and now, because me GPCC, Executive Council, so from Pennyfo Nibi. Sorry, Kessie Wagana, me pese me bodin.
Okay.
But I depart my bodin, Deeper Life.
Okay.
Deeper Life Bible Church.
Wow.
Because I was national leader. Ye be a bonko mo ye can. Ye won se men sorry ni ade. E no kire me, wo mo sorry no. Values. I ye nyame asem a wo mo edinante pa.
Wow.
Ne wo mo achiwade kese. Ene se obi edi ne mbekwa akofra boni.
Wow.
So be hu se ade ensese me ye. Now so
Ode ne ho be shi.
baby. Deeper Life ni je obetwe ne ho afi ho. Ahomaso. Ahomaso.
Wow.
Wo mu chi kra. Enti I was surprised. The things they are doing, and yet you don't hear about them. I mean, like blowing horn, say yeah, who did it? And now say the petit be a woman sorry muno. Ubu say woman de wa say men na me say, men na me see mercy, men na me man say. Senya I'm sorry be, obi e boa, sorry adwuma bi a obo dewro.
Yeah.
Just say I'm born in this one. Or Chinamo friend na oma. Esan so ne oba ye no, ya mo anje ne so. But they focus on the core things.
Okay.
Nyamisru. And they say that they belong, every one of them, they belong to God.
Wow.
Into we are suffer. Na say what Deeper Life. Na say kobane say wo say no wo te wo ho. I was told to say no one member
will follow
you.
Wow.
You won't get one member to follow you.
I
from
was
that
a CC
sorry, bebre, you know.
Wow.
Me can't go see say. Nipa ni bebre e wa sorry mu a. Enye nyamesuro anase nyamesom enti na wo mo ho. Or kwa sorry because ebia or pe adwumapa. Or pesika or pa ayaresa or pekunu or peyere or pemba.
Yeah.
Enti na oko. But say oko sum nyame say nyame a obo no nyame a o man kwaje. Nyame a wo say me de me ho to no so complete. Enti na nipa no okotena sorry dem a e wa adwen odetina sorry dem. Opie fi asori se ne e ka no ya pon asori.
Ya pon asori nti nyamesom no ya pon.
Ye wie oko no enya asori on ti asori dem bi.
We dey adwuma.
Enti ya pon asori se ne e ka no. Ya pon asori ne de ye wie Bible nsem no. Obafie a one ne mba, one ne yere, one ne kunu entemu no.
And
they different.
Obi correct because I dey train am nkwa asori bra. Me koba na me chiro dey.
I mean, so that is the mindset.
Yeah.
I dey say omen yi mu a you say over 70%. Ye ji tu ye ho so say ye Christopher. E wo say sa adwen no esesa.
Wow. Apostle, not to digress, but let me take your view briefly on this, and then we conclude with the other details and then how we can get involved. Before you came in, we were discussing on the indiscipline in our senior high schools. And we are just here in Seboku Senior High because school authorities were preventing them from, doing more practice or cheating in exam. They revolted and, of course, so much harm. How do you think we should help shape the mindset of our young ones? This is so wrong. Still on the issue of values. What exactly is happening to our young ones today to have the gut to revolt because you were not allowed to cheat in exam? Still on the issue of values, what should we do as a church, as families?
More discuss here, no. Na me wo studio chiri ho na me tie bi. I'm saying, but these are the things we need to teach. One of the values, mark integrity.
Yes, and righteousness.
Yeah. We have honesty. Mark discipline, and responsibility. How in the world can you imagine, say, a school where we are training leaders of tomorrow. Ye chire won no. Exams are obekwa akoye no. Just ne buefu.
Yeah.
Say ye man ne kwan.
No wiem.
What nation are we building? Ghana. I was saying maybe you.
Yeah.
What tomorrow are we preparing? That our young ones, they feel entitled to cheat. But
Mercy.
I don't blame them. They are looking at their forebears. And then, why unims a lot of people who are rich, they are not getting money through corruption. And we have normalized it.
Yeah.
Cheating, we have normalized it. Fraud, we have normalized it.
Yeah.
You know, who are jumem na se amanfo ye na who cassette ya. Obi abe sorry etia.
Yeah.
Upenyin kra be yiwama. You be transfer welfare because you want to stand for
God.
Honesty. You want to stand for integrity. You want
Mercy.
to stand for the right thing to be done. You want to be disciplined.
Yeah.
So the whole system will rise against you.
Yeah.
And these young ones are watching it.
They are watching.
And so they also feel entitled to be allowed to cheat. And if they are not being allowed,
they are angry. This is so, first crying, but now they are rather angry openly that they will not allow
believe
to.
it.
Apostle, what should we do as families, as a church?
I think for me, I will lay the responsibility at the doorstep of the church.
Okay.
At the doorstep of the church. And it is also from us ministers. Us ministers. Because we also don't teach the discipling message.
Okay.
You see, as I reflect, Pastor, I've come to the realization that today's church gets excited about revelation. Okay?
That's true.
When a pastor is preaching, we get wild, we get excited when in our thinking, he does some Bible connection and gives us a revelation.
Some revelations.
Just a bibia.
Yeah.
And it excites us and we celebrate and we jubilate.
That's true.
Say, wow, this is deep.
Mind blowing.
This is mind blowing. Wow.
Yeah.
Just no ena ye difi asori them. Ediko fees, oh, pastor ye brutal. Pastor do ye deep. Oh, ye deep. Oh, ye deep.
Mercy.
But basic things of righteousness, basic things of truthfulness, basic things about faithfulness. Niyama ye disciple, church member, no. Say ye fanokwa.
Mercy.
We don't value them. Obi preachy. Na o preachy about faithfulness, any discipline, any righteousness, any nukredie, any say ejumadin.
Yeah.
Those things, who wants to listen to that?
They'll tell you it's boring.
Yeah. But you do some Bible networking and connection and bring some. I'm not saying revelation is not good.
Yeah.
Revelation has its place.
Yeah.
And we need revelation.
Absolutely.
But it looks like the pastors, we the ministers, we've brought our members to the place where when somebody is preaching and he gives what we term a deep revelation, everybody get excited, and that is what people take home, and that is what they celebrate that minister for, and so people flock to that church.
Okay.
But when somebody is teaching basic tenets of Christianity, we take it.
Don't make time for it.
That is what we should focus on. I believe.
So we should focus more on those ones.
Yes.
So let's wrap up with the time and the venue. Is it open to everybody? Is it going to be streamed online? Can people follow even from outside the country?
Yeah.
Talking about the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving.
Thankfully, like I said earlier, the committee chair, Honorable Evisi Friankra, in consultation with the presidency or the Jubilee House, they agreed. Last year, it was the state, the government, who was driving this program.
Okay.
But the ecumenical councils consulted with our committee chair, and he also took the message to the Jubilee House.
Okay.
And it was accepted. Say, being a day of prayer and thanksgiving, the religious bodies, in the Christian case, the ecumenical councils.
Okay.
In the case of the Muslims, there are Muslim councils.
Yeah.
We should rather take the lead role.
Okay.
So we drew the program this year.
Okay.
The program is our program. And the state and the government is supporting us to do it.
Wow.
So we are taking charge of the program.
Okay.
In Shishaya, you know, so baby last year, not so bad this year, you see the difference.
Okay.
We have drawn the program, and in consultation with the Muslims also,
Okay.
we've looked at how we can synchronize it.
Okay.
And the step-by-step process. And see, people who will be leading the program no, are people who the churches, the ecumenical councils have appointed.
Okay.
It's not the government who chose
them.
Pastor so and so, or Bishop so and so, or Archbishop so and no.
Okay.
It is us, the ecumenical councils,
Who have selected
our people.
Okay.
This year, Apostle Dr. Eric Kwabena Nyamiche
Okay.
is the speaker. And we, again, the churches,
Yeah.
when we met, Christian Council, Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, the Catholic Bishops Conference, National Association of Charismatic Christian Churches, the Council of Independent Churches, Council of Instituted African Church. We have a number of
them.
Ecumenical Council. Any Apostle Dr. Eric Kwabena Nyamiche
Okay.
as the main speaker.
Okay.
And then we have others. Archbishop Duncan Williams will be leading a prayer session.
Prayer. Okay.
Right Reverend Kwache Opare,
Okay.
the moderator of the Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
He also has a role to play, a lot of others. So Yashisha program, sir. Sorry, Nibia. Won't sorry, Krana.
Which me, baby. Now, Kosoway.
Yeah, no forecourt of the State House.
Okay.
Yeah, no forecourt of the State House. The time is 8 a.m. But it was saying, you better say.
Before
latest by 7:15.
Okay.
Because it was say tenase answer President Aba.
Okay.
Oba yepe. Na say program na sha say. Na this year no, you no say edom ebeba pa. Because the churches are running the program.
Yeah.
We have selected praise and worship leaders and everybody.
Wow.
So it is our program.
Okay.
And so we are inviting everybody. You don't need an invitation card.
Tickets, it's open and free.
Yeah. By 7:15 latest, it was a partnership.
Okay.
Answer President, Speaker of Parliament, Chief Justice, Chief of Staff. I mean the army commanders, baby. You know,
all right. Your final words on this one. It's a great day.
Yeah.
July 1st, forecourt of the State House, 7:15.
Yeah.
We should be seated.
We should be seated. Main can say, yeah, dear now. By 12:30, near war, Kanda Mosque.
Okay.
Muslims, no,
Okay.
Christopher Diana.
Okay.
12:30, no. Na the Muslim program.
Okay.
Ewo Kanda Mosque.
Okay.
And no, planning committee for no. Ebi na so.
Okay.
Akoboawo.
Okay.
Ami akabo mo aye.
Okay.
Enti Muslims there no. Ubetumi afa ho fine.
Okay.
But it is their program.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody is also invited. But the planning committee members will be there because we are planning it together.
Okay.
It's a great day. We want to invite everybody.
Okay.
Wo share yen na wotie yen apostolic. Mesre asofo ye work Greater Accra. Any elders, any members. Yesre obia enhwe say 1st July. Yebewo forecourt of the State House. It's going to be a great program. Me amino kase me apostolic sofo. Nyame adom me member of the National Planning Committee. President Mama eyi yen say yen dis adwuma me tonsa efreo bombodian bra na yen fa akoma kro empagya yɛn nsa ɛnyi yɛn nyame ayɛ ɛnda n'ase nea wayɛ ama yɛ man Ghana nyame ɔnhyira yɛn nyinaa.
Amen. Thank you so much, Apostle, for coming.
Thank you.
It's such an honor to always have you. Yeah. All right, out for and into Apostle Emmanuel Tete and our team in Kano, on GPCC General Secretary or Sanso, also for Penny, our the Apostolic Church Ghana Mount Zion Assembly, Iowa Asalam Down. Send what in a Tunsafre Obibia, 1st July. Bomodinga forecourt of State House. Yinina yeko na yakoda erade ase. Ubetimi ase fita na wahye. Uni fita shekala bia wo bro atade na fapra yenye erade aye. Eye da ye to asi ho se o man ye de ebom pae e de ade erade ase. Enti ye behwe wanim e wo honom 1st July. Still watching Morning Express here on TAC Television. Up next, X Sports Ochina Ghana will match by Yentie the Evans or the Mae.
The road to your destiny is a different road. And the first statement we are making is that only God knows that road, and only God knows how to take you on it. The journey you are about to take, the end has already been determined. Solomon Amajati said, there's nothing new under the sun. He used wisdom. He didn't use an aloof spirit. Whom you serve continually, where is your faith? How can you perish if I am with you? Who can be against us? Not your intelligence, not your wealth, not your strength, but faith. These few verses describes one of the most beautiful lives that you can find in the Bible. He was giving birth to sons and daughters. Jesus, help us. We seem to have put God and the devil at the same level. What Enoch found, you will find.
The Journey of Life, showing on TAC TV on Sundays at 7 p.m. and the rebroadcast on Wednesdays at 9.
Hello, a very good morning to you. It's now time for the sports segment here on the Morning Express. My name is Evans Nana Eje. Now, you have heard that Black Stars midfielder Thomas Partey has been denied entry into Canada following issues that he has had regarding some rape case that he is having in the UK. But Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa is expressing confidence that the visa denial issue involving Thomas Partey will be resolved positively following diplomatic engagement with the Canadian authorities. Now, FIFA said in a statement last Friday that the 32-year-old will not play in his team's World Cup opener after Canada denied his visa application while he awaits trial on multiple charges of rape in the UK. The issue, which has generated public attention in the country, means the former Arsenalman will not feature for Ghana in the Group L fixture against Panama. Now, however, the foreign minister has assured the public that the government remains committed to finding a solution before the game, which will be played tomorrow.
We acknowledge that, our efforts are without prejudice to that fundamental fact. Nobody can dictate to Ghana who we grant visa to or who we admit into our country. But considering the fact that Thomas Partey was not entering Canada on a frolic of his own, he's deputy captain of our national team. He adorns our national colors. He wears Ghana's jersey, and he was going to carry out an assignment on our behalf, on behalf of the government and people of Ghana. We believe that the government of Ghana must take interest in this matter, and that is why we are intervening. So we are utilizing the diplomatic path, engaging actively behind closed doors, and we also are adopting other pathways, which at this point I do not want to divulge. So what I can say is that all strategies are being explored and pursued very actively. In particular, we are leveraging our very cordial diplomatic ties with Canada, and we believe that the ongoing negotiations should produce positive outcomes. We know that we are racing against time. It's just about 48 hours to go before the match, and we believe that looking at the nature of the engagements, the frequency, and the high-level engagements that are going on, we hopefully should have a positive outcome. So I can assure the people of Ghana that the Foreign Ministry has not taken this matter lightly. The government of Ghana is not taking this matter lightly, and that on the President's instruction, we have been working assiduously to ensure that an amicable resolution.
National football team, the Black Stars, have arrived in Toronto to continue preparations for their opening match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup against Panama on Wednesday, June 17. Now, the team touched down in Toronto on Monday after concluding successful pre-tournament training camp in the United States. Ghana has been based in the US since earlier this month following their international friendly encounter against Wales in Cardiff. Now, head coach Carlos Queiroz and his technical staff utilized the training camp to sharpen the team's tactical approach, improve physical conditioning, and strengthen squad chemistry ahead of the global tournament. All 26 players participated fully in training sessions with no injury concerns reported ahead of the Group L fixture. Now, the Black Stars are expected to hold their official training session at BMO Field on Tuesday evening, where the players will have their final opportunity to fine-tune preparations before taking to the pitch. Now, let's bring you how fans welcome the players in Toronto.
What's up, Ghana, baby? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, the excitement is building up already ahead of the game tomorrow. And I know the fans back home are also prepared and ready for the match. I believe that the Black Stars can get all 3 points so that we can progress to the next stage of the competition. Thank you for joining us, or thank you for staying with us. Up next is Tag Base. We've had a very insightful conversation with one professor, and stay tuned.
Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us, still watching Morning Express. And it's time for Tag Biz, where we empower you so you are able to do very well as far as your career and your job is concerned. I'll say Ogusua or share a Morning Express. Tag Biz and we are privileged to have one of Ghana's most respected and distinguished educators, administrators, and church or Christian leaders. He is best known or widely known for his great transformation that he brought to the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, thus GIMPA, during his tenure as rector. I am very sure you know whom we are talking to by now. None other but the only Professor Emeritus, Stephen Adey. Great to have you.
Thank you very much.
We are very glad to have you today. So we are talking about wealth creation. Wealth creation. What would you say is wealth creation? And if you would help us to know the difference between that and simply making income.
First of all, let me make a disclaimer.
Okay.
And I always go to what my son, who is now an executive director, when he was 11 years old, I was the UN ambassador to Namibia. Okay. And I went to his school. The school invited me to speak to the school.
Okay.
And when I finished, I think he was about 11 or just after 11. When I finished, he came near to me and said, "Hi, Dad." I said, "Yes, son." Is that all that we're going to say? I could have said it. So anytime they introduce me, I say that go to my son. Okay. He will tell you that I'm not as big as you are. And also, I've been tagged almost with GIMPA, which I thank God for what we did. But I think that there are other things to me which are more important. My family life is most important to me, my relationship with Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
And even when it comes to professional, I think my wife and I's contribution probably may be the greatest will be Ghana Christian International High School,
Great.
which is probably the biggest private school and the Christian one as such in the country. So, that was he said.
Thank you, sir.
Our friend said, "Minamo etiefo emekasa." The will be say, your main issue is the difference between income
and wealth
creation. The sad part is that many, probably 95% of people work for income. And as a result, they die poor. And say, "Do one no see a be adwumane e benya busumi yetua omuka." And I say, "Mpo wo yekwenia wakoye yi no ani kokori no no ma na wieye no omba ye adwuma ya enso so no omba wiase no na ehia wo no." And I think that it's sad because Christians should be paying more than their tithe. We'll come back to that. But if people earn income and bring 10% and they spend the remaining 90, at the end of every month, they are as poor as they started.
Okay.
So if you ask people, not that they shouldn't pay tithe, but you don't teach them how to manage the remaining 90 in a biblical way, they will become income earners till they die. But for Senate, most of them, just 1 year of stopping work, they are in for the grave. In fact, I was shocked that even those of us who, by God's grace, were high income earners, working with the United Nations, it's found that the average died 2 years after retirement.
That's serious.
Yes, partly because of the shock of enjoying the diplomatic life and now become ordinary, but partly because they realize that they are not having that income anymore. And you know, as you Ed say, a Japan, unya and say, we a Juma near to our car, and I say, Busumi, unya Busumi Aketuya. So, unya Busumi Aketuya, and I say, Undo fuel, no bro bar now, cotton, cocoa, near Mausika, and your income. Yes, unya Aketuya. Now, unya Aketuya. Now, Dinina, na afi bosomi so a wote sɛdeɛ ohia ni a na wani bie nti sɛ wonya akatua ɛyɛ na akatua nko ara na wonya a afi mfie mmienu mfie aduanan wɔwie yɛ ɛbɛyɛ mmɔbɔ. So income by itself, if you even earn 1 million cedis a year and you spend 1 million cedis, you are zero wealth.
That's true.
And that people don't realize it. Now, a boy, na mom the year who won't fast one say every income has a seed for wealth creation.
Okay.
Say it is say so nya etua wuka it is say wonya duaba. Me say e be say mfie du nsoni na sa tem ne ba Ghana ho say would alogun tugui.
Yeah.
Say duaba no the bro of a friend sour sap. Emma ahoden mpo cancer kura timisi anu ne de keka ho. Ho ana ne boy say hwim na beto ba ko sidi miensa afei ne oto ba ko a sidi aduonu. Ho ana me kokoto obie na me di na me yi na ba.
Okay.
Na me du aye ifiri sa me mfie mienu achi me malogu ntugu ya omfie ha timi dɔɔso a na o se me ko chiche me namfo no kakra bi mo nka ho. Asofo bi ka ho. Asofo ba miensa bi ni mpanyifo no na me mo mudi no aka intino so unya akatua no abawom.
Okay.
Na ba no de ye dwuma na de bisie na ye ya na onya hode. If you said the where nie no na de beka no no na ye ajapade.
Okay.
The japade ne say wotimi ahwe wo ma wotimi ahwe udidie no bibia na mum udi bia to hono na wodi eye ajapade. Nya say wo akoma bank ko akọ na wodi ko ba bia obenya ho mfaso.
Okay.
Na fe wodi bia si adan obetimi die aboa nyame adwuma kese no mama eno de wudi achi de ka ne de odi yo no eno na ye wealth.
Okay. Enti o ma yate ase se unyes kanoa sa ketua bosom bi aketua nko na onya, that is just income. But aketua ni mo no aba wo mu a e wo se utimi di dua
na wodi yade ajapade.
Okay, utimi di ye ajapade.
If you say nyankopon se o ma ya hodin me di pade. I am the Lord who gives you the power to create wealth, not income.
Okay.
Because the income is a halfway.
Okay.
But to create wealth. And one of the biggest poor teaching of the church is that they have made people think that the tithe is the seed.
Okay.
The Bible does not call the tithe the seed. It says the word of God is the seed.
Okay.
Luke 8:11. The tithe was meant to support the work of the Lord, the keeping of the temple, to keep the ministers going the full time. And I personally, because people may coach me, let me explain it.
Okay.
I believe that in the New Testament Christian who has experienced the goodness of the Lord should exceed the Pharisees who tithe.
Okay.
That is why the New Testament doesn't make any serious bone with tithing. Only 2 references to tithing in the New Testament, but that was perfunctory. Jesus was just mentioning it as you do this, but you have left out the wealthy items. The main teaching about giving is in 2 Corinthians chapters 8 and 9.
Okay.
And that is sacrificial, systematic giving, even beyond one's means.
Okay.
And he says that, the Bible calls it in 2 Corinthians 8:9, the grace of giving. In fact, I preached on it last week, last Sunday. And for me, this is the New Testament perspective. But that for today, wealth creation, beyond the tithe or the giving, in my case, the Bible expects you to save and invest.
Okay.
To create wealth.
Okay.
He says that if you don't pay the tithe, you rob God. And if you do, he will bless you.
Mm-hmm.
But how is he going to bless you? The Bible goes on to verses 10, 11, and 12 that he will bless the seed you are going to plant in your field.
Okay.
He will bless your cattle. Because in the olden days, you have brought the cattle to the Aaron's Levites. They chop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the one that's going to multiply. That one is for chopment.
Okay. But it's the seed that is
so
blessed.
Now, the one he's going to bless is the breeding cattle and cow in your field.
Okay.
And he said it in the same passage. And therefore, when the giving is to honor God, to support his ministry, and to catalyze divine blessing.
Okay.
That divine blessing, the channel is through you going to plant the seed.
Okay.
And God blessing it. You rearing your cattle. And God blessing it. So in my first book on finance, 12 Keys to Financial Success, the principle is that the minimum is 10, 10, 80.
Okay.
Pay God, minimum of 10.
10%.
Pay yourself, that's savings and investment, 10%, and live within 80.
Wow.
And that 80, that 10, which we'll be coming to how you create wealth out of it as you invest it. Almost anyone whom I have advised or read my book and followed it within a decade has broken the barrier from one level of their social status to another.
Wow.
You may not become, if you're a laborer, you don't become like, Zumalayo
overnight.
But you become a teacher's equivalent. If you're a teacher, you are better than a professor.
Okay.
And that means. Enti the mpasa mi kire nyina ni se. Yen kire mu. We kura mpo de nyama ayo marketplace. Afi na bachelor bia we say
Bible money.
Yo. I will say tithe, any giving is not the seed.
Okay.
It is showing that God owns onyame. We nyame akoa. Onyame enti the ode fa omun. What say? Was what the Bible chira say the onyame the waye mame ni. Asidan counting.
Yeah.
Na wasi enam se wadi no credit obeshira. Na obeshira no sa brero no omunko adwuma wo ministries or radio station. No omo yakuafo.
Yeah.
Nti ni hira no ye de wo kwa akodua ewo wofuom. Unwan a aka no a wo kai du na de aka no a wo sa akoye wo mo no so mbe wo aye mpon. Wo yi no buro no ebeba nyafu 60-fold, 80-fold, 100-fold.
Okay.
Enti no se wen kwan ko dua sa buro no a se de nsuo toi mu se mu a mahyehyɛ mu shoes krefe nsuo to na mboafu me so
ebe shoe no fin
nsuo to a anapa the first thing say masɔre na me kɔ bafuom.
Wow.
Afikira sei bitie minto kontomre minto bɔɔdeɛ minto banchi ni nyinara nkurani.
Wow.
Enam kura no betumi aka sɛ minto nam efi sɛ me fish a me yɛn wɔ mo no ɛdɔɔso kyɛ deɛ na ma me de kɔkɔtɔ bɛfrɛ me de kɔtɔ frɛ mu.
Okay.
Enti no efi sɛ madua me di nyame no kure enu hyira so.
Wow.
Enti no mama obia nti asie sɛ o mu sei wo paketua ye na wo aketua nko ade a wo bɛyɛ dwuma akɔpem sɛ adwumafo bɛka sɛ wa ho ɔden asa
enti kofie
ko na ka saa brɛ no na ka wo pɛ utimi ma wo sika no a wonya aye ni bi a ti sɛ duaba wadi bɔfrɛ no naba wadi aloguntugun naba wadi pɛ ene naba ukoma fuom ha sɛ ya me fie ho a wo pɛ nko a bɛdu.
Wow.
Sɛ me kokoto pɛ na me di na me da na ma bɛdua
na ba no
afi we ba ko ɛso ya bɛ sɛ 300 enti mitimi fa chance na ma titi bɛ 100 agum na me nam.
Wow.
Wow.
Because we do have many men somehow.
Okay, Prof. I think a very interesting dimension of actually say when your income no about
every income contains the seed of your wealth.
Your wealth. So it is that seed that God is going to bless as you plant it.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you made certain categories. Say, be a laborer, there'll be another dimension.
So
when would we say someone is wealthy? What would be the definition of wealth in general?
Yeah. When you know, Ejina Sebio, I just say, oh, you're cromful. Now you're laborer. Now to one. Then say, so be a say laborer. No call retirement. No be a 500,000 cedis here. What you want for?
Okay.
But now in the school, we and ye, bet me what the 200 no busumi bia fibia obenya bia be say 100,000. Then half.
Yeah.
Well, no. I say monkeys fight by sizes.
Yeah.
Wealth is relative.
Okay.
For me, I feel myself wealthy. Sure. Not so that I'm rich like the millionaires, but I have a house.
Yes.
I have a good car. I have sufficient to eat and sleep. And by God's grace, I live on less than 50% of my monthly income.
Wow.
I'm wealthy. However, some people, to them, if they don't have $10 million Ghana,
yeah.
Na yan say e bi kura no akire kura da hombo kura no ka ho. Enti no. And the Bible say he who loves money never wealth riches never gets satisfied.
Enough. Okay.
So therefore I will say that wealth is relative.
It's relative. Okay.
However, irrespective of the level, to have wealth means you have more than you need to live on.
Okay.
Me, that is my practical definition.
Okay.
So be a wadia, which is the way here. Say be Uganda has a young cockrane say, who call your dear, who your dear, and say, me baby, a fini, I'm sure. Said the yadi no man you come but na me hu say e bi no mu wonam nti ma me hwe nkofo wo hwe nanim na wonam no crop man otum say wo yaw mu
yeah
na mpo sika od betodro man yaw every ho obi say o se busumi bia okọ o yade kukuram kakra bi sa se koye Beye sidi ahenum wonya na odi akọdọkta da se eno we ohiani nti obi wo edefo a media no se de ohia ma sabi na hoto no bi dintrato timi ko oyade a otimi enya ayaresa wonwe hu se na fe susumpo hwe na chi a kakra da ho a
obetimi afole
oyo
media
okay. So I think that wealth is relative.
Okay.
However, I will consider giving you a level if you're able to meet your needs. Basic needs, not being like the Joneses.
Okay.
Your physical needs, the three basic ones, food, clothing, and shelter. You have transport, moderate, not a V8, that allows you to move from A to B and still have sufficient cushion in case of emergencies. You can meet it and the rest.
Okay.
To me, you are wealthy.
You are wealthy. Okay.
But then monkeys fight by sizes.
By size, so it's definitely relative.
Yes.
Now, watch the equine major one back about the seed. Are there other ways to me actually how to build sustainable wealth?
Well, let me now talk about how to use the seed first.
Yes.
Because that is the ordinary person. I talk to all people and things about money and wealth creation, but always my focus is on the ordinary worker.
Okay.
Me say, Mama yanka se sia adwumayefo.
Okay.
if you say wogina ketua eno na mse na ketua no eno betimi dia ye odifo.
Okay.
Me wo ekuo bi a me frɛ wo mo Millionaires Club. Na me giri se ne ye wi a munipa nan a mo ne me wa ha nyina wo ba be join. Enye se obetwero wudi emmom so wadwene na ade ye dwuma. Mini wo ye bia. It Millionaires Club really there.
Okay.
Me church di. Na emmom madwuma ye fo a has sent you 350. I insist that everybody should become part of my Millionaires Club.
Okay.
Na me ni nyina ni say obi ye dwuma o si di oha o di si di oha nko a pesie no the kotu baby to say mutual fund. Yes, what the Kwakoma Bank in the current account. Kotu baby I ewo ye di adwuma ma ewo. Man no omudi bi koto treasury bills stock exchange no na nti abepe mutual fund and say ukọ ho no ma omudi sika bebre wo di eketwa no bom nkofo nyina na yekese no ma invest amount. No mu wi ya chama. Now if you invest 100 Ghana cedis and you get an average return of 17.5%, in 30 years, you become a millionaire.
Wow.
And I want your listeners to know, if especially the Christians love God, honor him with your first fruits, but plant the seed, which is not the tithe, but the ones you save and invest.
Okay.
And if by God's grace, he blesses it, you will become a millionaire before you die, even as a laborer.
Wow.
But as for a pastor, a teacher, and other things, you are
a millionaire.
Yes.
Wow.
And I think that unless you have time, I want to just hammer on this, but you can ask any more questions.
Yeah, that's very, very concise and very insightful, very practical, I must say. Well, Piper and Amana are very practical. But ebi ayamfa we nka
afese opese me koso say one
other ones no
one more kakra e chen libra che teacher ene eya.
Okay, ti do betimi attach honom so kakra man omo kom anim kakra
eno na sabre no na mo de kakra no to no akire betimi invest wo companies mu stock market any business ya na ye can business e bi na ye kakra hwe me fie enim ha se me ni adwuma yo na me 100 cedis na me se a free na nwumre yi me chikale wele a within 2 hours me nyam fa so 100 Ghana cedis one day.
Wow.
Busume me nya 3,000.
Simple
businesses and na dia bay obi ti titi no na uti hase na ukọ nkran na wo de wo kai wato petrol gum na auto car kitwa wa register Uber wo kwa wa fa nipa Uber wa fa nipa nwumre isi dako na me kai ase wo Fiesta Royal na mkachira me driver say me de me ko free Uber ba me de totopo me bra me na me ko se me ko ya sorry wo Accra Richard.
Okay.
Na me fa me driver busa an say o say oh me me civil servant.
Wow.
Anwumre be no so o say oh me kai no and so busa me bia me nya be say 3,000.
Wow.
Enti say unya hyase na anya kakra. Jesus say he who has will more be given. It's very easier to multiply.
Okay.
Your seed. Once you have accumulated, then there are many businesses that we can do.
Wow, very, very insightful. Papa, my maybe the last one when I am far and bonitofa. They were actually very practical and very basic. But the experience, no sure. What are some of the things that makes it difficult for people to obey simple instructions like this, and how do we overcome them? And maybe
the basic thing is that we are actually taught only to consume, not to create wealth.
Okay.
Number two, there's a lot of pressure, family pressure. You have to look after your children and everything else. The demands are many. However, I always tell people, when I came to Gimpa and I was telling my staff, especially the junior ones, almost by the way they look into my face, they were saying, you say you're a professor. Say what you say. Our salary is so small, and we say that we should put 10% aside. Then I told them that you have a choice to be poor forever or to be poor for a short time. Choose your choice, as we say in my village.
Wow.
People have found it consistently that despite these pressures, when you accept that I'm going to change my fortune, Mrs. Sam Shebre, if you say, Nyankopon say, Sam Shena Nimonyam, Nami Dua Duaba, or Mamanasu. Now, yes, sir. You don't know, and I'm so sing kitty cratchy, say, Mrs. Sam Shebre. So, what they do no coco see, and they co-invest here. They do what you can. We should hear a change, one more di ohano.
Okay.
If you say, why be nasi son? Say, Mrs. Sam Shebre. Say, I will not be poor forever. Let's say, be on Chiraba said, dear Michel, no one who said, me 100 Ghana cedis, no, dear Dutch can be in. 70,000, I'm the 100, 200. At the end of, even if I didn't get interest, at the end of the year, I have 1,100. That's a month's salary.
Yeah.
A year, a month's salary.
Yeah.
Then, but that will give me interest. Next year, I have another month's salary. And it compounds.
Okay.
So, yes, the pressures are real.
Yeah.
But I say that if your money is not sufficient for you to survive, then even if you have to fast, and in fact, in my book, 12 Keys to Financial Success, which has many editions all over the world, I said that then eat one quarter. In other words, reduce your 1 meal, 2 meals by 3 quarters. And because honestly, we need only 1 main meal as an adult. And the rest, we need it just because we are used to.
Wow.
And at this moment, that's practically, I eat between 1.5 of my meal, or at most, and it's okay. In other words, but the aim to do that and the motivation is that I want to change my destiny.
Wow.
At this moment, by God's grace, I started practicing this. I didn't learn the Mali until I was 46.
Wow.
But now, as someone by God's grace, as a millionaire, I don't have to even think what I will eat. I don't think that is what you want to in your old age. Not how are you traveling, school
medical
fees.
bills.
Someone asks you for only 1,000 cedis, and then and the person will not come and beg 1,000 cedis if he's not in need.
Yeah. Papa, there's awesome. Or final words, answer worth creation. Your final words to
mine is very simple. Income is not enough.
Yes.
It's a halfway house.
Okay.
If you earn income alone and spend it all, and you die poor. Wow. In your income, there's seed in it. First, part of it is to give God, honor God with your substance. Then there's part of it you invest. And then you live within your means. Okay. And you are sure to make it both financially and create wealth. And that's why I have the formula 10-10-80.
Okay.
And I call it pay God. Pay yourself, that's the investment.
Yes.
And pay your bills.
Okay.
And anybody who doesn't live within 80% of their income and use the rest to create wealth, spiritual and physical wealth, is destined to be poor for life.
Wow.
So join my Millionaires Club and start 10-10-80. God bless you.
God bless you so much. Join my Millionaires Club and change your destiny. Papa say, Akwenya no wankasa onsem. You have a choice either to invest and be poor temporarily, and I'll be doing now so that you'll be poor forever. Mijidi se wenya adwen satra summary. You will join the Millionaires Club, 10% for God, 10% for yourself. Minimum of 10%. Minimum of 10% as tithe or 10% for God. 10% to pay yourself, that is the seed. And then 80% to pay the bills. If you are able to do this, you are on your way to creating wealth. This has been the tag-based segment on the Morning Express. We're so much privileged to have yours truly, Professor Emeritus Stephen Adey. Such a great blessing he has been unto us. Keep watching Morning Express.
Hello there, good morning. This is Trends and Vibes segment on the Morning Express show here on TAC TV. And today in our segment, the former Chief Justice Sophia Akufo has resigned from Ghana's Council of State, prompting widespread public debate. So the resignation serves as an ending to her tenure on the country's highest presidential advisory body, and this move has been explained that the former Chief Justice Sophia Akufo actually submitted her resignation letter as a member of the Council of State in September 2025 and has since then had not attended any Council of State meetings. So Justice Sophia Akufo actually served as a Chief Justice from 2017 to the year 2020 and was serving as one of the 31 members of the current Council of State advisory body chaired by the former Speaker of Parliament, Edward Doe Ajaho. Also, additionally, the Deputy Electoral Commissioner, Bosman Asari, has also resigned. Now, let's move on to Pastor Professor Alexander Edwards. So a retirement service and an appreciation service was held in honor of Pastor Professor Alexander Edwards and family at the Apostolic Church Ghana, Kwashiman Central, just this Sunday, June 14, 2026. And it was a glorious moment. It was very beautiful. It was through him that a vision that continues to impact generation was born. That is the superintendent for the apostolic students and associates. And during the service, during the glorious service, the president of the Apostolic Church Ghana, Apostle Dr. Aaron Amina, and some of the ministers of God were seen in a joyous moment, and they shared in the joy of Professor Edwards. It was so beautiful, and it was so glorious. Let's take a watch at the breathtaking moment. Indeed, he is a soldier in the army of the Lord. And if a soldier falls down, he will rise up again in the army. So congratulations to you, Pastor Professor Alex Edwards, on your remarkable legacy of leadership, mentorship, and service. We pray that God richly reward your labor and grant you even greater grace in the years ahead. Now let's crown the today's segment, with the viewer's verdict for today. The I am on my way syndrome in Ghana. I'm on my way can mean anything from I'm wearing my clothes to I'm still charging my phone. Now your friend says, I'm 5 minutes away, but is still in a towel looking for matching socks. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that funny? Another person also says that I'm almost there and hasn't even left the house. Some people can even turn a 15-minute journey into a 1-hour waiting session. My God. You want to be on time and you are waiting for a friend, you are waiting for a brother, you are waiting for a sister, and the person is like, oh, I'm almost there. Meanwhile, some few minutes. Is saying I'm on my way before leaving home a harmless habit or simply dishonesty? And I say, oh yeah, indiscipline. Is saying it's what do you call it? Is saying it's saying that I'm on my way before leaving home a harmless habit or simply dishonesty. Have you ever waited? Have you ever waited for someone who was 5 minutes away for over an hour? Let's hear from you in our comment section. This has been the Trends and Vibes segment on the Morning Express show here on TAC TV. Going back to Henry and Jasmine. Jasmine, over to you.
At TAC TV, we believe every business has a story worth telling. Behind every brand is dedication. Behind every product is hard work. Behind every entrepreneur is a vision. That is why we proudly introduce Market 360, a premium business spotlight platform created to position your brand with credibility, clarity, and national visibility. Market 360 dey ya ba say be bo wodwede ne hu dawuro e de ama wo oman Ghana mu anase bebi a wo bia say wo ye business owner wo tonton nyoma bi tse adanse hu nyoma wo si dan ton wo nsase a wo ton anampo say wo school na wo pese ye bo hu dawuro na kofo ehu school ne ene bebi a wo a e Market 360 so e na wo binya sa akwanya we sempo wo advert na wo pese ye bo ma anase wo pese ye nkofo ankasa ba wo chen ebetwa ba ade a wo ye ana dwumadi a wo die bia no ane se obefre ye e wo number yi so 0504 095351 0504 095351 Market 360 dwedie wasel ene se ebema mansan ate wonka.
The road to your destiny is a different road. And the first statement we are making is that only God knows that road, and only God knows how to take you on it. The journey you are about to take, the end has already been determined. Solomon Amaya said, there's nothing new under the sun. He used wisdom. He didn't use an aloof spirit. Whom you serve continually, what is your faith? How can you perish if I am with you? Who can be against us? Not your intelligence, not your wealth, not your strength, but faith. These few verses describes one of the most beautiful lives that you can find in the Bible. He was giving birth to sons and daughters. Jesus, help us. We seem to have put God and the devil at the same level. What Enoch found, you will find.
The Journey of Life, showing on TAC TV on Sundays at 7 p.m. and the rebroadcast on Wednesdays at 9 p.m.
Family, welcome back. Still watching Morning Express here on TAG Television. We believe, say, if you're on a panel, you're Timmy Amount, that edifying experience we always talk about. Safi and I'll do a feeling out to her there. And here we are elite kakra because yeah pon sir. Morning Express come your way every weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock a.m. Jasmine, it's been an awesome morning.
It has been. But before we wrap up, Abigail, I can't say about the
I'm on my
viewers.
way.
I'm on my way. You know, myself, Grandma Kevi, that.
Wow.
And we've made it a norm. We think so, and a big deal. But honestly, thinking about it now,
I think it's a big deal. It's simply lies.
It's lies. That's
there
what
is
I'm
no
saying.
need to garnish it.
Right.
And throw.
Yeah, right.
Unyem fifia kase menua afi na meto menoma metima atwen wa na matwen
Yeah, so
o metike mu medru adenta obi me wo raise Johnson sisi an so no do ibi kra. You know, that is simply lies.
Right.
Edi abaye no mama ye amama me ba sisi a me wa onya kra ndware onya nje na tade tinya me mbo ani nyina yi se wo hwe ya yeso menye amama we. And you're scripted, and intro na wucha, and intro fit and intro two. So just be truthful and sincere too. I'm not difficult to ever trust each other. Just because of 5 minutes time.
Oh yeah, sure.
Over not 10 minutes time.
Right.
Let's make mention Jasmine program Kesie Bakopa Baso Mayembo Eyashefo Amane the Apostolic Church Ghana Dominion Worship Center Ewo La. Dominion Worship Center Iowa. Omo yejumedi sronko watuni din say Apostolic Revival or showbo kese pa shasie free a year 22nd up to 28th of June a joda ekopim a year kwesiada enumere 6 p.m. na wa shasie na kwesiada no de osi Dominion in worship and non watun safre Minister Samson de Lali fire ni kwesiada de obeshasie anopa don kono eno na be climax no nanso eye ejoada kopem eye ifiara no de obehya ase enwumre no nsia. Pastor Dr. Jacob Ahenkra ebekasa wo hobi eye district pastor EC Tete ono nso bekasa wo hobi na afei Pastor Jonathan Ajeti in wotun safre nyina edition X of Apostolic Fire Dominion Worship Center in La from 22nd to 28th of June. Mayenshia ho na be yinshira pa e de amao. Awodafo wo ho ena no prayer na.
Bi wo ho pa na. The first one goes to Dickness Mercy Chumesi of the Apostolic Church Ghana Sunyane Penkwase. Umma say nyame nshira bebre. God bless you with longevity, our sweet mother. Be favored and graced in all you do as you celebrate your birthday today. So from your children, Dickness Mercy Chumesi of the Apostolic Church Ghana, Sunyane Penkwase, your children say a very happy birthday to you.
All right. Me wa bakonso wa ha from Israel Asare. Yankasa yinu abema Israel Asare. Or they call Adema Benjamin Sapon or say, or sinidino ye Benji, ti Benji. Oshe wo TAG TV so a eye yankasa yenu abema Israel Asare oso we show awoda pa oso ye chirechire ni ewo Nkwanda number 1 MA Basic School in Kwewu West. May God's goodness surround you and keep you today and forever. Happy birthday to you, Benjamin Osei from Israel Asare.
Sounds so na ya nipa bio Mr. Ernest Neti ono so say wishe Teacher Fidelia, or say a happy birthday to you. Your smile lights up every room, and your patience and wisdom light up every mind you teach. Thank you for shaping lives with so much care and grace. May this new year bring you joy that overflows, health that never fails, and blessings bigger than the impact you've had on your students. We celebrate you today from Mr. Ernest Nete to Teacher Fidelia. Happy birthday to you.
Still from Mr. Ernest Nete, your friend of Papa Ernesto. Juma o TAG TV ye pa. Also, we common elder Boama, may your new age be filled with good health, joy that never runs dry. Blessings bigger than your dreams. You carry yourself with so much strength and grace and may life keep rewarding you for it. Enjoy your day to the fullest. And unti edamoma o share anawti and kan Papa Ernesto and Esneti. Cameraman Papa also we show I wonder kesiye pa na menkoso inshallah.
Now finally no we the free yeah perfect best makeup artist Hannah and and all Tag TV were wishing the papa, the father of Hannah and Mr. Gabriel Kofi and your daughter says a happy birthday to you, my beloved father, also known as Biggie. May God cause his face to shine on you and favor you in all you do. It's Mr. Gabriel Kofi Uti and I will share Oba Hannah say happy birthday and Yami inshallah be Tag TV so you will show. I think that's all I have for
all
the birthdays.
Right. Answer na be kono my country afshefo ne atiefo nyina say ehwe kwan say oba be so ya say be kan ho na Morning Express show yenye embom by way of sponsorship and partnership. Say why crowd are free eye ahomatrufo 0504095351 050 she enum she 409 and 90 and 9 5351 0504095351. Now one band temwa e kwan no be senja ubetumi abefa eyeku ankrata adwumedie no na wason yase ubetumi afa main discussion ubetumi afa apostolic inside ana ubetumi de onioma ban bebo hu de rama se na yeye nu ya who birthday so abombode ya na reach out on the same number yebema we ase nyina ate wonka onni Tag TV be didwa omboka da any Tag TV die wodi endidwa emoka to nsafre we adwumaku keto adwumaku kese we are sorry one kasa we adwuma no matter what you do so long as it's legal in Ghana no na of course ye jitu mu no die ye bebo ho dero e de amabrantem ansa na sejaw ye nyi bebre kakra bi na yabo ho dero eno nti aha na di dwumadie no ABC ene anope your Morning Express came to you live from our studios here in Adentan Fafraha in Accra. This has been the Morning Express. Ochana 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock a.m. Yebesang aba yewe edi ashe nyamiding enyam. News in brief is next at 10 o'clock a.m. Meeting the Henry Agbozo. Na mini aba fe.
Jasmine Ayungo.
See you tomorrow.
Right.